9:42 a.m. So I think the first guy in that white SUV, he was here since 7. But it's raining. How are these guys going to be driving with an oversized load? Aren't you supposed to... That was my concern, is that one guy mentioned the snow forecast, and I checked that, and sure enough, they said that I think West Virginia is expecting some snow. And you definitely cannot drive when most states, you cannot drive when the road is covered with snow, with the oversized load. Once I remember I was sitting in Colorado, I think it's Limon, L-I-M-O-N, and I didn't pay attention on the permit where it says cannot drive on the snow with the oversized load. And I left the truck stop in the morning, went to on the freeway, and there was an inspection station right there. And the guy gave me a break when he learned that I spent the night at the TA. He says, okay, just go back and wait till the snow is cleared. So I left the truck stop, did like 2 miles, and had to go back and wait there for like until noon, until the snow was cleaned. Alright, so here we go. So the front axle on this Pete looks like a bit bigger than normal, but it's not like mine. Not 20,000, it's probably, I'm guessing, 16,000. So the driver is checking. What is he checking? Oh, he checking something there on the booster. He flipped some kind of a switch. And the guy has a, looks like a 60-inch sleeper, but flat top, which kind of like what I had on my Mac, right? Which looks cool, but it's not comfortable inside. And so you will notice that this guy has so tried him Jeep, but he's still using his pusher axle. Oh yeah, this thing is long. When it was sitting in the back, it didn't look like that long, but that massive tandem booster in the back, that's probably like 12 feet, you know? Look at this. So the guy has 4-axle truck, 3-axle Jeep, 5 single-axle trailer, and then a tandem booster. You guys figure it out. So 4 and 3, 7, 7 and 5, 12, 14. 14 axles. Oh, probably that's what he flipped. He flipped a switch to unlock the steering on the booster. And so the booster is turning. And so he's going towards I-79. And that's it. Now let's see which way he's going. Is he going south into West Virginia or north? Oh wow, so they're going north. You can still see them over there, but I know this GoPro, it doesn't like far away objects, and you see, that's why I need to get back. I need a camera with a zoom, you know? And of course I have my Nikon D810, but for that one, you know, it's like it's so big. Well, I do have a monopod, but imagine me sitting here with all these people walking around. Like you have a big camera like that, you know, everybody pays attention, they don't like it, but small camera, for my vlog, I am a big fan of small cameras, you know, like this, I can put in my hand, you know, and I have that one, but I don't use it too often for my vlogs. They're just for insurance purposes, because it's a hassle to get the memory card out. Basically, to get the memory card out, you have to disconnect this from the windshield, and you never know that it'll stay. It already fell down a couple of times because those you know, suction cups are not very good, because it's very small, you see. But it does serve its purpose. It records, you know, when I'm driving, in case there's some kind of a mishap or something. But anyway, and that's it. So the truck stop is empty. Jesus, it's so dirty. I'm the last guy. Well, there's a couple of guys over there near. See, but I park like this, and actually I was parked closer that way, and there were two guys in here, oversized, and some guy parked real close like this. And so these guys could not get out, and I saw that, and even before they asked me, I just backed probably like 10-15 feet, so now my rear axle is all the way near, basically almost in the ditch, but it's still on the pavement. And I backed like this, the other guy showed me this, thank you, and then first the outside guy was able to get out, like going wider, and then he stopped there, and I see he was lecturing that other guy, like, why would you park like that, blocking oversized loads, you know? But then that guy went, and then this guy was able to swing like that and go. Because, you know, oversized, we don't have much time, especially in winter, right? And that's, of course, a concern. You know, 9:49, right? 10 o'clock. I know it's gonna get dark at 4, and I have no permits. It's gonna start raining or snowing. All right. Just remember that I can mount my smartphone onto this little thingy that I use to record, you know, when I put on the back of the sleeper, this little thing with a screw that I can screw to any surface. And I just remembered that I have a little bracket for my smartphone that has a tripod attachment, right? The only thing is that the dash, it's pretty soft, and when I try to screw it on, it was just going through, like ready to make a hole. So I took a little cap from a mineral supplement bottle, and I put it in, and still it's like, it's very shaky, you know. So I think when I'm just trying to make it tighter, but I cannot even turn it anymore. But still, it's like, everything as tight as it can be. All right, so we are 37 kilometers from I-77. So this is US 50 in West Virginia. I finally got my permit, but I cannot cross a certain bridge south of Charlotte until Monday, because I need a low impact monitor, like a government escort, just for one bridge. And not just that, but that monitor, like just a person in a car, they require an assistance from an escort. So just to cross that bridge, some weak, you know, very bad bridge. I had trouble there last time, but last time I had 2 bridges. This time it's only 1 bridge, so I have to hire an escort. And the lady says, okay, cash or Visa, or how do you pay? I said, cash. She says, 175. I said, okay. So it cost me $175 to hire this lady. And the monitor said, no, we cannot do anything today. So first of all, you have to call them before 12. And then I said, so when can we cross? Can we cross today? They said no.
and nothing tomorrow because this is I-77, is a toll highway, and on this toll particular highway in West Virginia, oversized loads can only travel Monday through Friday, so nothing on Saturday and Sunday. So this guy says, let's meet Monday at 8:30 on the ramp there, right before the bridge. And so I found an escort. I worked with him before. I have a book, you know, like this oversized directory, and it lists all pilots, escorts, and I look at the name and it's like Mary something Flag Cars, and she's from, you know, that area. And I call her, I say, hey, are you available Monday? I think I worked with you before. And as soon as she says, what's your name? I said, Serge, S-E-R-G-E, because that's the easiest way for people to remember. She said, oh yeah, I remember you from Canada. I said, yeah, okay. Anyway, there's no rest areas, no stops, nothing, but pretty wide shoulder. So let me just check the check my load and check the signs, and I'll be right back, and then we can start trucking and we'll see how this thing works. But I'm pretty sure I won't be able to talk because, again, this is it's close to the windshield. There's going to be a lot of noise, but we'll just see. We'll see how it captures human speech. So this is Ripley in West Virginia, mile marker 132. Still raining. Very ugly day, but I'm glad I'm off the road because they promised snow later on. And that's what I tried to record with. You see this? Like, that's my favorite gadget. But turns out I didn't even realize that this thing is very soft, you know. And so I took a cap from a vitamin bottle, and still, like, it seems okay, but you know, when you start driving, as you can saw, so it's not unacceptable, you know. But it's cool when I can put it into this bracket, you know, and I can turn it toward myself. And hold on, let me just flip the picture. Oh, there we go. Yeah, cool. So basically this is good for a selfie, kind of like a selfie video, except that it shows too much of a steering wheel. Maybe like this. A bit crooked, but that's okay. You guys are used to it. Anyway, just wanted to give you a quick update. So what happened was, I went to the diner after those guys left. I went to the diner, and I had my breakfast. They did have pecan waffles. Love those things. And then my phone beeped, and I have a email. And as usual, my permit company, they don't bother with any words or nothing, you know. They just send you a attachment, like a reply to my previous email, let's say. Not like see attached or here's your, you know, West Virginia permit. Nothing. Just no words. So they have no words for me. And so the permit is 6 pages long. 6 pages. And when she said that last night, the lady said that it's not gonna be quick because I'm considered a super load, right? Anything over 120,000 pounds. And I remember that's when I had that trip with the John Deere. If you guys remember, when I was complaining that it was not enough money, where I paid like $3,000 for escorts and permits. It was crazy. So I hardly made, I think I like broke even with that trip, you know. I didn't make any money. I just covered my expenses. But this time the situation is better, but the same thing, West Virginia, I don't know why they don't want me on US 19. Like there's something about that US 19, like I thought what I requested was I-79 to US 19 to I-77. Like, no, we don't want you on US 19. We want you on I-79. Then you have to take the exit for US 50, which is like this, you know, kind of like the moon, only a bit worse. Like the craters, you know, in the road. Well, it's a 4-lane highway, but it's so bad. Like, it's pretty much like that 861 in Pennsylvania, except it's a 4-lane, you know. I was in gear 3. I think once I was in gear 2. It was so bad, you know, like very steep hills. And so they want me there, of course, because I'm oversized and heavy. And then basically I took 50 from I-79. I took 50 west. It goes like east-west all the way to I-77. And that's I-77. Okay, it became better, but still, you know, lots of turns, lots of hills, you know, because it's the area, right? Like hilly area. And then I-77, like there's only one more detour at the very bottom. US 460 west to US 19 back to US 52 I-77. Like at the very end, like last 5 miles, they don't want me on I-77. I'm doing a detour. But again, it's all US highways, it's all 4-lane. But the worst part is that over here, somewhere in the middle, they still have that low impact monitoring section. So basically there's one bridge. Like last time it was 2 bridges, now it's only one. One bridge just south of Charleston that I have to cross at 15 miles per hour. 15 miles per hour on a freeway. And of course, because of that, they're concerned that bad things will happen to other participants of this game known as traffic. And so I'm required to call this number, which is like dispatch for this low impact monitoring. And if I call before 2, I may have a car for the next day, next business day. And so I call him. It was like 11 o'clock. I call him. I say, can we do it today? The guy he says, hold on, puts me on hold, comes back. He says, no. I said, what's the earliest? He says, Monday. And basically it's on my permit, so I cannot just go because they already charged me $150 US. Like the permit for West Virginia is $500 US. 150 of which is for this low impact monitoring. Like last time a lady showed up in a beat up Toyota. I don't think she even had any signs on it. Just like some kind of I'm telling you, some kind of maybe they have this set up so they can make some money on the weekend. I don't know. No, but it's not the weekend. But basically, some lady showed up in a small car. Like, how are you supposed to stop the traffic? Like, with such a tiny little car. And I don't expect anything different this time. But basically, the worst part is that on top of this, that I'm losing time because I cannot cross today, right? Even though it's still daylight. I don't have the Virginia permit, but at least I could have passed, Charleston and shut down there, somewhere there. Like let's say in Beckley, I think. Is that south of Charleston? Yeah, I think it is, like the big plaza in Beckley. But the permit says oversized loads cannot stop at toll plazas. And that's why I'm at a loss here. But the worst part about this is that this low impact monitor requires, like the permit requires me to hire an escort. So one front and one rear escort required on all 2-lane highways. Okay, so that does not apply to me because I'm only on 4-lane highways. But in the section about load monitoring, where did I see this? I see it somewhere here. But anyway, so the guy, they want me to have another escort just for the bridge, because I guess one car is not enough, And so they want me to have a car for assistance to this government car. And I have a booklet, that oversized load directory, and has a bunch of ads, and so I quickly found a company I worked with before. So it's $175 cash, and I said this is where they want me to meet. The government guy told me the mile marker, like he says, go on the ramp, like as if I'm taking the exit, and then go back and just stop on the ramp. And so I have an appointment for Monday morning at a certain time. And I told the escort car, it says, this is where you have to meet me, so I have to get some cash. And but because of that, I cannot drive. Well, plus on I-7, because I-77 is a toll highway, they say there's no driving. Again, the permit says there's no driving on the weekend. You can only drive Monday through Friday. So it's all very exciting, I don't know. Some people will say, how are you making money? Well, that's why you have to charge them a lot of money, because there's a lot of sitting. And when I was talking to the broker, I said, this will take 2 weeks, you will see. And he says, 2 weeks? Why would it take 2 weeks? I loaded when? 14th, 15th, right? Last Friday. Yeah, now it's 1 week. So it took me 1 week to get from Cambridge, Ontario to Ripley, West Virginia. How is that for progress? And so now Saturday, Sunday, no movement. And then Monday, that's why I stopped here, because it's only like 40 miles to that bridge where I need this government car. And so I'm gonna leave at 7, and I'll be there somewhere around 8. I'll just sit there and wait for them somewhere on the ramp. And I still don't have, what's the time now? I still don't have my Virginia permit, because that's another thing that can happen, is that hold on. Virginia SC permits. Yes, just got it. You heard that sound? I just need to say thanks. All right, now we're talking. So at least Monday, right after I say bye-bye to this government car and the escort and pay the escort, I can at least enter Virginia. You know, and then I can stop in Witherville at the big flying J or TA, and then I just need North Carolina, and then I can enter South Carolina, which I already have, and then we just have, so basically we'll have 3 more that I need: North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. Well, have a good weekend, boys and girls. Be good.